I'm talking about. It's getting ready to get crazy up in yeah! It's going to be crazy. Woo! All right. Yeah, that's right. All right, everybody, calm down. Trying not to say that. Hey, appreciate you joining us, Spencer. Right there's your seat. Since you happen to know somebody. Woo! 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 Ah! I got about 7.5 hours of stuff to jam pack in about 30-minute period. Ah! Tick, 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 tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Squirrel? No, gold. Very, very, very distracting. Okay, all right, what I'm talking about. So get this. So Monday morning, we went up and saw our friends, over 100 people in somewhere. Where were we? Detroit, Michigan. That's right. Crazy sharp, crazy fired up out of their mind. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's selling like crazy, recruiting like crazy, growing all over across the country. Everybody's coming to family reunion. We had 3 people that wasn't committed when we got there, and they got in. They said they coming too. So it was 100%. Then we went up to where we go next? New Jersey. Lord, so that night Monday night we stayed in Detroit. Got up in the morning, moseyed on out to the plane, and flew up to New Jersey. Went out some ridiculous Italian restaurant with the SEAL team members. And I was just about to jump out of my skin up in there. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Just cool people that we get to hang out with in the coolest restaurants and the coolest cities of the world. And then we went over there and there's over 100 people just bouncing off the walls. It's hard not to be excited now to be a part of the Alliance because it's working. So people said, how'd y'all get so much unity? And I said, the same way you always develop unity, you win. That's right. You don't see, when a football team loses, you don't see them piling on top of each other unified. They be talking about. They win, everybody piles in. That's the way you do goalies at a hockey team. And they win, everybody's skating around. Stick dragging. They win. It looks like they hate their goalie. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody skate down there. Boom! First one tackles him. Next one starts punching on him. He's like, wrong team. And it's just crazy. We unified right now. We are unified. We are unified. And anyone among us ain't unified, they out. You know what I mean? It's like one of them dadgum get festered up. It'll come out eventually. It gets festered up enough. It'll come. There it went. It wasn't part of us. It wasn't part of the body. Woo! Everybody calm down. Y'all, I love this crowd. So, I promised to talk about, oh yeah, I know what it is. The thing about this is, this talk is only for people that need to get rid of their past and move on. Only for people that have problems in the past, that made mistakes. And I'm not talking about when you was a little child. I'm talking about last night. That's what they do in the church. They talk about when you was a child, you had problems. How about last night? How about last week? How about this morning? Hey, look, and if any of you hadn't had any problems in the past, glad you're here, Jesus. I appreciate you coming. Woo! Hey, listen, got so much good news here. Let's see. One of my favorite things to tell you about is Good Samaritan bonus or SEAL team. Listen to this stuff. This, in the month of May, right now, as you paid, we have come up with, where's my total number? Listen to this right here. Here we go. That's not the one I want. I want the one you just had up there, and it went away. We have had 85 people. 85 people. Here we go right here. 84 people. That was a little bit more. 80. If had one more y'all, if one more y'all had done it, I'd been right. That's the way I handle it. It's always somebody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? 84 people earned Good Samaritan bonus for $13,850. Listen to this, that I get to write 84 checks. Get to write 84 checks. In both cities, people had the recipients of the Good Samaritan bonus come out and watch the whole presentation, what we do. Okay? Yeah, and so the guy yesterday, Jan had the guy from yeah, what's that?
Valerie Fund.
From the Valerie Fund, Jan Miller had the guy from the Valerie Fund out there, and he said, very, very well spoken guy, and was just so through. She had a $300 check for him, and then she matched it with something. I can't remember if she gives $600 or $300, but she did a lot too. And the man said, I have never, of course I had to do the thing where I talk junk about, there she is, one back, there she is. So I had to do the thing that I talk junk about Walmart, where they get you money on the Tic Tacs and the cool beverages and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And stuff, and then they get your money straight up for nothing. You know what they gave you? Guilt. Would you like to give some money? So they give you guilt. They get $1. They turn around and get credit for giving it away. Because I had to do that thing. He said, that's right. That man said, that's right. What's his name? Larry or Harry? Larry. Larry said, I have never, ever seen a company. I was like, I already told the thing about Walmart. You know, what was he going to talk about? He said, I've never seen a company do this. Let me tell you this. He said, I've seen many companies. He started naming companies. I was like, why are you naming other companies? You know, you up in here get money from us. He said, a lot of companies give a check only after any of the people write a check. They'll match if you give it. He said, y'all are leading the way. I said, bro, you're a good thinker. Tell us more. How about that? He said, it's the only company I've ever heard of that leads the way. And then if the person, the employee, the salesperson, the winner on the team wants to jump in, they do. And you don't even require them to do it. I was like, no. I was going to give it away anyway. I just want to know it was a blessed place to do it. So insane the amount of money that we're doing on that. I think I'm going to pop it back up, see if I can do it quick. All right, let's do, all right, look at this. Look at this. All right, so here's where we were. We were from 84 to 361 people could have won it. 361 were close to winning. Either they need a couple more dollars in sales to get to $100, to get over 5,000, or they needed one or two more recruits. And see, people have a hard time with this when I say, I need for y'all to improve 2 to 3%. They think I got a low self-image and I'm just trying to get y'all to improve just a tiny a minute. People are like, I changed my life. I'm changing life's wonderful. If I can get it 2 or 3%. So if we had just 2 or 3% more recruits and a couple more door knocks, you see what I'm saying? Then we could have given away 43,361 checks would have been written. Just a little bit more is all I'm looking for. Now, I got to tell you, a couple of you got your eye on you. I'm looking for 100%. All I want is what you got. Does that make sense? All out, on the playing field. When the game's over, you don't walk away going, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. What I want to hear about is, I gave it all I got. You with me? Just, that's it, 100%. That's what we're shooting for. We do 100%, I guarantee you, we'll make up for the ones that don't do 0. But what I'm looking for is if everybody would just do 2 or 3% more, and that'll crank us up. Whew. All right, so let's see if we can. I got to cover this. Guess what? We have now 26 of these left. Because we had 6 new SEAL team qualifiers that got these. And I understand we got one in the house, and I don't even know who it is. Who is it? Bill Cummins. Lord have mercy. Come on up here, Bill. Woo! Is that crazy? Bill. You know what? Let me tell you why. I didn't see your name as a SEAL term person. Let me show you where I saw your name. Okay? You ready where I saw your name? Let me show you. I saw it, and I went, oh my gosh. I know exactly who Bill Cummins is. Look at this. Number one, look, 2 recruits and $39,000 issue paid in a month. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. You got to get it. Come here, go.
I'll knock you over.
Dude, that's crazy talk. Look at here. Look at here, baby. Look at this. The Alliance SEAL Team 20.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Never again will there be any more printed. We have talked to Oakley. They're not even going to make this pattern anymore. Taking it out. That's right, baby. Look at here. Look at here. Here we go with the month of May. Which one do you want? I like them both. You get choices here. We got the May red, white, and yellow, and the blue and the green, and we got the one with the crazy old wolf on it. Which one do you like? So
I got to have the wolf, baby.
You get the pick. We got it. Woo hoo hoo. You going with the wolf pack? Oh, that even makes it double good. So you're going to have the wolf pack.
You know, I think I need both of them.
Ask and ye shall receive. He got both.
You taught me that phrase, both of them.
Both of them. And use the right language. Ask in the right way. That's what my preacher says. Do it like this. We had him here last week. All right, and there's the one time 2017 that everybody's going to keep getting. So the patches, we've got them coming for June. They're ridiculous. You're going to love them. You're going to go crazy with them. Why did you do it? Up real close. Talk to these boys. Tell them about it. Why'd you do it?
I'm trying to change my family's life.
That's right.
That's it.
Let me hold this for you. Tell them who you are and where you're from, Bill.
I'm Bill Cummings. I'm in, my hotspot is Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm direct to Michael Owens, the great Michael Owens.
Where's he at? There he is, right? Where's Owens? There he is, right there.
Now throw that M.O.
I couldn't remember. I knew who you were, but I couldn't remember where I saw you last.
Asheville Bill.
And it was in Asheville,
That's
right?
it.
Asheville Bill. So that's where I saw you. I said, I know Bill. And I just didn't know you were here. I wouldn't expect. I'm so excited to see you. So tell me about your family. Give me high level who they are and where they are and ages and stuff and how long you've been around.
I got 2 boys.
Oh, yeah?
28 and 17. Just so you know, the 17-year-old has already thrown down to Stephen Davies about the youngest millionaire thing.
Oh, really? And he's 17? Well, let me tell you something. He needs to get a lunch pack. He better get a backpack.
Backpack, that's it.
I'm not kidding you. Tyree just signed up for class up in New Jersey. Shayla is signing up. She's going to take her test on the 18th birthday. On the 18th birthday. On the birthday. So I'm telling you, this is going to be, hey, what a race. Can you imagine turning 18 and trying to be the fastest, youngest millionaire ever in the Alliance? And you know everybody's going to help them.
You hear this, Tyler? They're coming for you, buddy.
So you're trying to change their life.
Trying.
So what is this, example setting?
This was proof to me.
It's proof to you.
Yeah.
How you mean?
I've had those months that are up and down, up and down. And somebody challenged me to just have a good month.
Stephen Davies?
No.
Michael Owens?
M.O.
So he's in Stephen Davies' office Okay, hired by Michael Owens. Y'all tracking how this works? See, that's what's so unusual about us. We play like a team. You say, that's not unusual. Have you watched how the players play of most of the teams? And sometimes our court player come down and be like, he must have made his girlfriend mad this week because he ain't passing him the ball. Always on me. And then, hey, you say, well, that's athletics. What about business? Dog eat dog, hold the man down. Hey, let me tell you what I ain't. Hey, look, here's what I say. I ain't saying nothing, but let me tell you. I'm just saying it. I don't mean it. And I didn't make it up. I'm just repeating it. You a booster pump for the bad. You need to be a dammer upper. Most time we want people not to be a dammer upper. We want them to be a booster pumper. But not for the negative.
No.
We work together.
That's it.
We're going to help Tyler out.
Tyler.
So you understand, Tyler, you don't have to wait until you're 18 to sign up for class. You can't take your tests until you're 18. Can you imagine the examiners around the country? You're 18 today. Happy birthday! And then she says, I hope you pass. And he says, well, I kind of do, but it just ain't going to make for a story if I pass it on the first time. Because our guys like stories so much. You know what I mean?
So I got to tell you, he told me this morning.
What did he say?
He said, Dad, is it okay if I bring 2 friends to family reunion?
Did you tell him that if he was a good boy and he behaved and stuff like that? And
I'll think about it, bud.
you said you think about it?
I said, I'll think about
Hey,
it.
look, what if I gave you a directive?
Okay.
Tyler, Bill, you need to let him come.
He said it.
Hey, look, some people, they long for those days when they had a boss. So they need somebody to tell them what to do. Was that long enough to tell you don't want to go back?
Yeah. That's not my longing.
I recommend that you do. That's what I recommend that you do. So, tell me about the 27-year-old. Was he a singer? Is he an artist?
He's
athlete?
He's an athlete. He was a college ball player.
Oh, yeah?
He
What'd he
manages a retail place now.
What do you play?
Baseball out at UT.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. My daughter-in-law just passed her test yesterday.
What?
And told me 2 weeks ago that I'm going to be a granddad.
Woohoo! Fantastic, man. 18 years, you'll get another agent right there.
That's the long game for recruiting. Found one.
Ah, shoot. Man, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
We got about 10,000 people looking, bro. I'm speaking it and believing it. What has gotten into you, man? It just didn't happen overnight. You've been around, how long have you been around?
Almost a year. July will
Almost
be a
a
year.
Have you ever come close to SEAL Team? What's the best you've done in the past?
7,000, I think.
7,000? It's a breakout month. 39,000, man. Did you, hey, law of attractivity, did you sit there and just say, I'm a positive person? Or did you?
Yeah, I pushed the button a bunch of times. And I just ran till I couldn't run no more.
That's what I mean by everything. You overshot SEAL Team, bro. Yeah. I love those people that come in here and say, by the skin of my teeth, I had one more out. Y'all find it. Get about 10 of y'all staff searching for it. See if y'all can find it. I'm like, man, he might have done 41,000.
That's my problem. I didn't quite make it.
You didn't quite make it. You didn't quite make 40,000.
I was challenged to make 40.
You were shooting for 40. Oh, so you really did. So you really are going to ask 7 of my staff to go look for that one out. How about we give you 2 of them dead gum patches and call it even?
All right.
Bill, I'm not kidding you, man. I am so proud. You bring so much energy to the Asheville. I know they appreciate you. They probably gonna have a welcome home sign when you come back to Asheville. Yeah, probably rent a billboard for you. Hey, did y'all see the billboards out there? Oh, yeah. Welcome, family reunion, baby. Yeah. Family reunion. Lordy, Lordy. Okay, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Proud of you. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Y'all give him another hand. Fantastic. Oh, my goodness gracious. What's going on? What's the commotion? What? What do you got? Books are here. We ran out of books. We ran out of books. We got books. They're here. Yay! Yay! So excited. Y'all know I talked this. Wait a minute. Here you go. We need to recognize Mac. Mac.
Where you going, there you go.
This is Media Mac right here. It's my press secretary. He has a rough life. Driving all middle of the night, picked me up about 2 a.m. last night. We come rolling in, driving the G-Wagon, the Mercedes G-Wagon. I just looked up at him and I was like, you expect somebody to roll up to pick you up. They'd all be like this. Well, I might have got to pick him up. He's up in there.
I was driving the tug.
Hold on. What'd you say?
I was driving the tug for the plane.
The tug for the plane.
Yeah, I was doing donuts. Nobody's out there, so.
Shoot. And then he drove me today. I was busy as everything, and he drove me today in the Maybach. So
somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. He passed somebody on a bridge. I can't. I didn't say that, but he passed somebody on a bridge on the way in.
Double yellow. We had to get here, man. Showtime.
We had to get here. Showtime. But I talk the book. He writes the book. I read it. I re-talk, and then my wife takes it and writes it so you can actually understand it. It makes any sense. So all of them deserve credit. But I'm so excited. So they just came in. They literally just came in.
Just off the
dock. Because we wanted to take them with us to Detroit, New Jersey, and they didn't come in. Thank you, Mac, very much. Appreciate it, buddy. Hey, 138 cases. 138. That's 138 cases came in. Okay, so y'all understand these are special order. Y'all know what I'm saying? I got a deal that I'm going to do with these. I'm going to tell you about it in a few minutes. I want to do more of this to get past your past. Check that thing out right there, bud. Woo! I'm just so much to go over with. So I always do the idea is how do you get past your past? And I'm telling you, this is a 3 to 4 hour seminar. You're going to hear this stuff on and on and on. This is the notes I got from and talked all the way through, walked through with Jeff Bright, another pastor out of Anderson, South Carolina. I spent a lot of time with him, and then Tim Goad. I mean, hours and hours with Tim Goad talking about this. All right. I don't even know where to tell you. Yeah, that's a problem. All right, so let me just tell you, let me cut through the chase and say, well, it's not complicated. This is the not complicated version. Most people are trying to fix history, compensate, make up for, pay their daddy back. What do you mean pay him back? Because he's such a good dad, they're trying to show him how they appreciate him. What do you mean pay him back? Because he's such a jerk. Steve Furtick's daddy couldn't handle liquor, so he killed himself. Big preacher down there in Charlotte. He's trying to get his daddy back. And another guy, his dad touched him wrong, just mean to him, trying to get him back. You know how hard it is to fix history? I only know one man that can raise the dead, and I only know one man that can forgive you for every single thing in the world. But I only know one man who can forget fixing it and start building. Stop fixing, start building. So who's the man that forgive you? That's Jesus. I ain't getting into all that. What I'm trying to get into is simplicity of stop fixing. And especially men. They fixers. Fix them. Get me a problem, I'll fix it. We need to stop and get in directions. I got this. Well, the woman on the GPS, I don't know what that woman said. I ain't listening to you, I ain't going to listen to her. It's around here somewhere. And I'm going to fix it. His future is bleak. And let me tell you this. Here's what people do. They blame themselves or they blame somebody else. It's nobody's fault but my own. Okay. It's my mama's fault. Good friend of mine, friend of theirs, they like them a lot. Friend of mine is a friend. Little boy just got caught for drugs, 16 years old. This friend says, the mama is her fault. She wouldn't let him visit his daddy. And it's her fault he got drugs. I said, I'm trying to build something over here. I need some help. Who might help us with these leads? All you ever think about is building something for the future. I said, well, I can't fix what she didn't do to him. What's he need? He need a ride? I give him a ride. You know, what am I going to do?
Right.
You know, you're trying to fix it and blame somebody and tell me who did what. Jeff Bright said, he said, what if we could get a machine and get you to forget about your past? Now what would you do? Like if you could forget about what happened this morning. If you could just forget this morning what went down. You say, what went down with you? What went down with you? If you could forget this morning, what would you do then? Because you couldn't fix it. What if you forgot last week? What if you forgot when you was a little boy? What if you forgot what she said, what he said? I can't believe she did that to me. What if you said, what? She did, I got a feeling that somebody did something to me, but I can't remember what it is. What would you do then? What would you do then? You'd start thinking about, I ain't got no past. I ain't got no past. What you going to do now? So I wonder what my future is going to be like.
That's right. Yeah.
You with me? That's what Jeff Bright told me. He said, well, here's what he says. Memories is the past, life is present, and dreams are the future. And life is an imaginary line in between the past and the future. That crazy talk? He said, if you could, and then if you want to get kind of surgical and crazy, you would remember only the good stuff. Like if you were at a family reunion, or were you on a date with your wife, or you spent a week with your family. Let me tell you something. Y'all may not have this happen, but a lot of times when my family gets together, something happens.
It's going down, baby.
Is anybody remembering the stuff that goes down, you know? You know? Well, your family got together for the family reunion. Your family got together for the 4th of July. And I know what face down. What if we could only remember the good parts, that we got together as a family and we had some good nanner pudding and tater salad was special. I think they must have sprinkled some sugar over it. What if you could just remember the past and the positive and not the stupid stuff that happened? You know what I'm talking about? Wouldn't that be absolutely crazy, out of your mind? Hey, I do want to tell y'all something. You say, some of the stuff is interesting you talk about is possible. Let me tell y'all something. I just want to tell you now. At our family reunion, there are going to be some past forgotten. Yes, we have the machine that makes it go away. So ain't no way. Just ordered it. Half down is what we give them. Full payment if it's up and operational before the convention. If it don't, they ain't getting the money back, and we're going to finish getting it operating for free. I told them, I said, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you. So you got to be kidding. And if a machine don't work, Tim Gode's going to be here Sunday morning. And Sunday morning, we're going to put Gode to the test. I hear him now like, it's not me. It's not me. I said, well, then through you, something needs to happen. I'm not kidding you. Come down just for Sunday morning. Come down just for the machine. We had people, Lord have mercy. Are all y'all committed to come? Is anybody in here not committed, but you're leaning towards it? I'm guessing all y'all are. You committed, ain't you, Spencer? All y'all in. We had them. Here's what we did. And Stephen, Michael, Terry, Marshall. I'm talking specifically like to you. James. Is Jane back there? Okay, Jane. Are you doing any hot spots coming up before the convention? Yes. Let me tell you something. Here's what I did. I said, who's leaning? And I got them stand-ups leaning toward coming. Who's leaning away from coming? Leaning toward or leaning away, stand up. Okay? If you're absolutely committed not to come because, whatever it is, don't stand up. If you're already coming, don't stand up. I need to know who's leaning away or leaning toward. Oh, I ain't got time to show it to you, but I'll show you all this because I always say this. It's hard to kiss a girl leaning away from you. It's hard to climb a fence leaning towards you. And it's hard to help somebody that don't want to be helped. And I think it was Jan sent it to me, and it's a cockatoo bird and a man singing, and it's a male and I don't know if I guess it's a male and a female because one of them is interested in the other one, and he's throwing the feathers up and everything, and that bird is giving me this right here, like that right there. She said it's hard to kiss a girl leaning away from you, and that bird. And next thing you know, I didn't know a bird could do this, but he picked up his foot and did like that right there. He's doing that head, and cocked up feathers everywhere. So I want to know who's leaning away, and I want to know who's leaning toward. You with me? And then what happened was, here's the way it went down. You with me? Okay, I want you to do this. One of them said, and I told Ellen, I said, when you're emotional, make a decision on what you do in your future. Like if you get in a good mood, make a decision what you're going to do. Y'all tracking with me on this? This is a strategic way to run your life. All the big people I know, all the rich people, all the powerful people, big preachers, you get jacked up and fired up and excited, right? Like when I ordered 10,000 books. Like I'm out of my mind, And then as soon as I did that, I came up with plan 2. Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, build it. So here's the problem. People are waiting for resources. Okay, remember where I am about leaning to and backwards. People don't start building because they don't think they have the resources. Here's the way it works. You can't fix. You start building. When you build, the resources come. They put that in songs and movies and everything else. Build it and they will come. Start in the right direction and God will give you resources. Does that make sense? So you make the decision to go to convention, to family reunion, and stuff will show up in your life. Is this a true thing? Yes, it's a true thing. It's a real thing. It's well-known. Psychologists, psychiatrists, football teams, marriages. It's just you start in the right direction. You've heard this, Carson. You start, and then the resources show up. So I order, and then I come up with the ideas that y'all seeing me lay out one by one, and it's just blowing up. So when you make a decision, you put those dates in your calendar. to go, then all of a sudden things start happening that okay? So I went through that with them, and I said, I know y'all thinking, I don't need to do this when I'm hyped up. I need to wait until I'm calm. I'm thinking, okay, do you want to change your life? Yeah. You're going to get an amen. And then I go like, well, then if it's going to change your life, why do you want to make a decision when you're being mad and negative? Why do you want to do it while you're in an upscale, positive tone sort of mind? And then I went, did I get anybody? And one of them said, you got me. So here's what I did. And I had one person say, I'm going. I said, I know you're going. Sit down. You're already committed. I love you. Well, you in the room for committed now. Think about who you're going to call. I got a person here leaning I'm working with. And the word leaning said, I'm going. And I did like this. I said, I got 10. And see, I'd already give, by the way, these are instructions for the way you're going to operate with this. I'd already give one to everybody in the room that didn't have them. Just one to everyone. Free. And then they were amazed at them, these new agent guides. Y'all know how crazy they are. Okay. Matter of fact, I want you to give one to everybody that hadn't got one of these. I want to get one free. Nope, they'll be distracted by it. Yep. They'll be straight. Yeah, let them give them one. Here you go. Give them one to everybody that hadn't got one. Get these new agent guys. Don't be looking at them, except maybe a little bit. And so what I did, I gave one out to everyone. Okay. And then when the one person said they were leaning, I told them, by the way, these things are $4.95 each. But we've been doing them for $1 a piece because of the rollout. Okay. Now we're going to keep rolling for several years, so y'all know. I don't want you. So $10 gets you this, but it's $50 worth of magazines, and when you see what's in it, you're going to know it. So the person that's leaning, I said, here's $50 worth of getting started tools. And no one said, I'm leaning, I'm in too. I'm in too. And then I was like, I run out of what I had, and I had the green book, and I had getting moving, and I held up the moving, and I said, who's moving? And one said, I'll go to the convention. I said, here's your move CDs. And then I said, who can envision it? Who can envision it? You with me? And I found my 2020 set, and I started reading the titles. Who can envision being there? And once I can envision it, I said, yeah, but can you commit? And they said, I can commit. I said, here's your 2020 vision. You with me? And we just started locking them in to change their life. And then I asked them, I said, now you made the decision. How'd you feel? And they go like, I feel relieved. I've already started thinking how to do it. And then I went, time out. Did we get another one? And I said, I want that feeling that I've already made a decision. See, committed. I've made this commitment numerous times. But I'd say in the last, maybe a year ago, or a little bit more, I committed. I said, I'm married to Jane Albright. You with me? I'm committed. Now, that's it. You with me? So what happened is, I ain't thinking, it's freeing. So this week after next, we've been married 30 years. You know? And so what I'm saying is, a decision to go to family reunion, a decision. And I tell her all the time, I say, I don't care what you do, what you say. You're beautiful, you're ridiculous, awesome. I'm the mess, but I'm committed. Does that make sense? Like, I don't even think about it. Yeah, I don't even think about it. But the same thing with this business, I've been just crazy committed to years to building it. You know what I'm saying? It's changing lives. If Tim Goad tells me one more time that it's my responsibility, God has chosen me to do this, I am going to know I am a terrible mess, Adam. See, I told him, I said, Tim Goad keeps telling me that God's using me. And I said, I don't think I'm worthy. I am pathetic. I am a joke. And Adam Katz, he's, Kat's name, he's already close, hooked into the God's people. Albright, not so much. He looks at me and he goes, God picked the worst in the kingdom. Stutterers, drunks, alcoholics, adulterers, murderers. I was like, maybe Tim Goad's right. Think about the future. Think about the future. Think about the future. Think about the future. Build, what are we going to build? What's it going to be like? Get out of the past. These things, y'all check. You trying to? Y'all are doing good. Y'all are not looking at them, but all right. Okay. Oh. Okay. This is big. This is big. This is a big thought right here. You ready?
Give it to 'em.
Ferrari. Lets you grow fat, go fast, look good. Woohoo! It's worth about $340,000. Okay? Jet. More comfortable, so I can go get my son in high school and let my mama-in-law, my mama get on there and go get my son. Woohoo! Worth about $6 million. 6.3 million. Okay? Woohoo! You said, what are you woohooing for? This is worth $6.3 million. That's not unlimited. That ain't worth dying for. That's not worth getting home at 2 a.m. That's not worth driving and falling asleep and running off the road and running over posts and mailboxes. Remember that, Adam? Yep. Adam can verify because he was in the car. That's not worth it. It's not worth it. You say it's not worth it? Lamborghini, that's worth it. $740,000 car. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. For some people say it's worth it to me. I go, I doubt it. Seen your work ethic.
Easy, I know. Easy.
I've seen your work ethic. So what are you talking about, Annie? Here's the thought. What we're building and laying out is setting the captives free.
Yeah, it is.
You with me? We're showing people that it's possible to change your future. Oh, I got cold chills on this one.
Come on.
The enemy's number one tool. So who's the enemy? Y'all know who the enemy is? The enemy changed you to your past so you can't break free. Because you're back there talking to the past, trying to fix it. You can't think about the future. But if we put that Lambo out in front of them, flip them doors up, woo! Man told me, he said, Mr. Albright, flat, blue, just like jeans, just like your dungarees. Gold, just like your Rolex. Gold stripes, stitching. See that nice soft seat? That's where you wear your T-shirt. Jeans, T-shirt, and Rolex is what this Lamborghini was custom built for a man. He brought it back, wanted something different. I think he brought it back so I could hold it for you. I said, sold to the lady in the red dress. Broke out in a country music song, both sold. And then I said, can I get a discount? He said, we'll take off a few $100,000. I said, thank you. I said, I probably should have asked him that before I said sold. You understand what I'm telling you is the purchase price is not what I'm thinking about. What I'm thinking about is how many people can I see what we can do with this and what they can be. Does that make sense? Because I'm going to tell you this. I promise you, ain't nobody going to help another person come to this convention if they don't think they can get something for them. I promise you, when I die, everything I got is going to rust and go right back to dirt. I ain't taking it with me. I know it's a waste. I am crystal clear the stuff I am buying ain't mine. But I'm showing it off for the whom what it is.
That's right.
The one that is, I'm showing it off for them to set the captives free.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And you say, well, how can you prove that? You think I'm working like this to get another G-Wagon? I want another one. Another one, you say, you're not. No, I'm working like this to set it up for other people to see it. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not kidding. Because people say, how much, people say this, they say, how much can you enjoy? How many cars can you drive? Let me tell you this. First of all, it's not even legally, but morally, you got to give away 10%. You got to give money. That's why I'm trying to get people. You wouldn't believe how many people raised their hand and started giving since we started GSB. That's what you're supposed to do. But what are you supposed to do with the rest? After you give away 10%, what are you supposed to do? Supposed to give it that way too? I give away a bunch more of it. I had an idea. I said, let's call it prosperity and inspiration, and then eternity. Does that make sense? Prosperity, meaning it's out there. Inspiration, meaning we ain't going to pile it up in a bank account. We're going to give it away. Hey, girls, shoes. Can we talk about shoes? Can we talk about them red bottom shoes? Can we talk about accessories? Y'all need some accessories to set the captives free. Y'all, how many of y'all agree about setting the captives free? Marianne, you in on this? Traveling and inspiring. And what about, hey, we're working on another app. What we call it, Michael? A process. It's like another app. Whole idea. Davies will show you all the leaders will tell you about. Terry will show you about it. Me and Michael Owens kind of come up with it. You know, he's been instrumental on this activity app that we're building. $250,000 new app for our phones. It's coming out sometime end of this month. And I think it might be right before the convention. It might be in July. We'll come up with another great one. And I'm thinking, you know, this is one more way that we can invest for our people. You with me? One more way to make it easier. You with me on this? All right. Here's another thing. People talk about association, who you associate with. Have you noticed that some people remind you? It's like they're an instrument for the devil. Not kidding. They say things like, they remind you. Because here's what it is. People, they remind you. Here's what everybody thinks. Sarah, here's what everybody thinks. Come up here, buddy. You know how much I love you.
Yeah.
Tell everybody who you are.
My name's Sarah Katz. I was brought into the business by my parents, Adam and Beth Katz.
That's right. That's right.
Do you know why I love you?
Because I'm pretty awesome.
That's all. You're really number one. I was trying to make Emily feel good, too. She needs a self-image boost, so Emily's number one. That's another daughter. So you know how much I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's what everybody thinks. Spencer, my son, what's your name? Allison. Here's what people think. Miles, here's what people think. If people knew who I was, they wouldn't love me. Because here's the problem. You know what you did. Ain't there a movie, What We Did Last Year or something like that, or What We Did at the Party or something? What We Did Last Summer. It's a horror movie. I do not watch them. Reminding works like this. My daddy, we live way out in the country, pitch black. My daddy, go get something in the barn, not take a flashlight. I'd be like, what are we doing? I mean, I'm walking like I'm all up in his feet, you know. So what are you doing? I was like, they ain't going to get me. They're going to get you, you know. He said, what do you think's out here? I said, I don't know. That's why I'm so close to you. And if I watch a scary movie today, I won't go outside. I will run. You know what I mean? So everybody's thinking, you know, what's out there, what's going to get. But see, what people worried about is if you knew who I was, and listen, some people will tell you that. If you know somebody's close to you, they say, if you know who you were, they wouldn't love you. They wouldn't like you, wouldn't respect you. Now, here's the worst part. You not only know what you did, this is where it gets crazy. You know what you thought. Which is, if you're like most of us, what you thought is worse than what you did. That's what people think. Now, you ready for the best news of all?
Give it to him.
I learned this in textiles, the NC State. Y'all know why we like silk? Why we like silk better than cotton? You don't know? More defects. That's right. You know why you don't like man-made stuff? Because it's not enough defects. There's no room to breathe. Ain't nothing curious about it. It don't feel good. People don't like people that are perfect. Tell me that ain't good news. People don't like people that are perfect because they're snotty and they're arrogant and they look at us with a head slightly down. And we have to see their boogers. That's the main reason we don't like them. We don't like their boogers. And if their nose is clean, that just makes us madder because then we see the hairs. And if they remember to trim the hairs, then we see their ugly nose size. We like imperfect people. They quirky. They cray-cray. Terry, you one of my favorite. Michael Owens, I swear, Bo. Michael said, why are you so attracted to me, brother? I said, I don't know. I can't. It's just like silk. I can't tell why I like it so much. Is that not the goodest news at all?
That's right.
If they knew who I was, they wouldn't like me, wouldn't love me, when in fact, we like people that are funny. What's that real famous comedian guy now, right now? He's touring, black guy, he's kind of short. Huh? What's his name? David Hart. Kevin Hart. I ain't never listened to nothing he does. People like openness and honesty. I can guarantee he's married, ain't he? Mm-hmm. I bet he's had his butt whooped so many times by his wife for stuff he says. I'm sure. But he's open. Mm-hmm. People like that. And and he's not open about his perfection. Right. He's open about his stupidity. Right. You with me? He's open about the mess. And people love it. I love it because he's funny. He's funny because he's open. Mm-hmm. He's funny because he don't think he's perfect. Because people that think they perfect with them smug looks. I'm telling you, I think Hillary could have won if she'd let me coach her. Them looks. Them looks. I say, don't look like that. They're not going to vote for you. They're going to vote for anybody but if you do that. And of course, Trump, he was trying to make these people not to vote for him. But in a different way. But y'all know what I'm talking about? People like people that don't think they're perfect. Better people that know they ain't perfect. Better people just be like, you with me? I think this is the greatest. I'm so excited. How we doing? Did I get anybody? Did anybody forget your pass for about 5 minutes? Tell us how school's going. Where are you? And how far along are you? And how long you been there? And stuff like that.
I'm a student at Wingate University. I just finished my first year there, but I'm credit-wise a junior.
Was I sleeping? Did I go to sleep?
I went to a special high school.
Is it the one I spoke at?
Mm-hmm.
Did I fire them up?
Yeah, I heard some good things.
Hey, so you went, see, we all need, you hear me say that? Did I do good? That's what we all need, right? Mm-hmm. We all need that. We don't need people saying, people find out who you are, they run the other way. And we all need it, right? Did I do good? Did I do good? Okay, so that's where you went to high school. So how long you been there? How long you been at Wingate? Yeah.
I just finished my first year.
Your first year, and now you're a junior. Mm-hmm. So you got 2 more years?
Yes.
So it'll be a 4-year degree in 3?
Yeah.
Jane, Ben, Jane Hill.
I know now.
How many degrees in 4 years? 3 degrees in 4 years. And why did you keep going to school?
Call it 4-year college.
She says a 4-year college. She thought she's supposed to go for 4 years. Just got a degree, got another degree, got another degree. You out of there.
Yep.
You out of there to 3. 1 degree done.
Yep.
But hey, look, you know, you talk about the association. She's telling me I'm doing good. I'm trying to encourage her. And some people you get around, they want to remind you of what you did yesterday. They remind you of what your mama was like, what your daddy did, how you messed up. They can't stop reminding you about your past. And if they can keep you, hey, listen to this. If the devil can keep you on your porch drinking a beer with a neighbor, just sitting there, you with me? If they can keep you grilling, you with me? Oh, by the way, yeah. Let me be clear. Grilling's not bad. That's good. So good memories can hold you back too.
Ooh, that's good.
You remember that extra point I kicked in high school? You remember that game we played against Southern? I always just felt like we're Western, they're Southern, how's Eastern? You know, I just love the high school names. But people ask me, I mean, when I see them, they ask me. That's the first thing they say, because you know I meet them, you know, at a let me just say, an average place, not at the high-end places, you know, the people I went to high school with. And I say something to them, and they start reminding me of the good old. How'd you know that? How did you know that, basketball player? Remember about the good old days, and they dwell on them, and not thinking about what they're going to do. See. Or if you're sitting there on your porch grilling with your neighbor, and that's all you ever do, you never change anybody's life. If you want to be life changer, you got to be out of the house. One guy, who was it, told me? It's one while I was traveling around said, I figured something else. When I go and stay overnight, there's one, Patricia.
That's right.
How much? Stand up. Throw her a mic over there. How much? How much premium last week?
It was 21,200.
21,200.
Yeah.
Let's get an up close shot right there.
That's a lot. That's too close.
21,000 last week.
Yes.
How did you relate? Somebody was up in Detroit. They said when I left my house, I worked more than I was home and didn't get distracted. Didn't you do something cray-cray?
Yes. I left Tuesday and I said I wasn't going to go back home until I write 20,000. So, and I was going to sleep in my car until then too, which I did.
Did you see her out there in the yard, Adam? Tell them.
So the first night I was trying to find a place to sleep and everything just looked so dangerous. I was freaking out. And then I remember Adam and Beth, they had let me stay there the week before. And I know it's a nice neighborhood, so I didn't tell them because they were probably going to offer me to stay, and it was going to be really hard to say no. So I ended up sleeping the 3 nights outside of their house in the parking place in my car.
Clap for that. 20,000. Was you more productive? Did you work more? Did you do more than when you're in the big city of Burlington?
Yeah, it was just making a decision and a lot of faith, a lot of praying, and just trusting that it was going to work out. So, and it's just a decision of like, I knew I wasn't going to come back until I did it, so it just happened. See,
you understand, how'd you like to be in a business that's coming in at our lowest commission level, you can make 10 grand in a week? You said, but look how hard she had to work. I said, like, you can make 10 grand in a week, legally. Ethically. Legally, ethically, and you can spend it on stuff and write it off according to the government. And we know the government's in us to help us. So they're going to let us write it off because we're self-employed. Taxes. We save on our taxes. What a program. What a program, America. It's something else I want to ask you. Oh, and so your family's from Cuba,
Yes.
and you're saving up money, and then when you get 50,000 cash in the bank, all debts paid off, 50,000. What's probably one of the biggest things you'd like to do?
I like to bring some of my best friends from Cuba. Especially I have one that she.
And the other day it was one friend,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, you can take $10,000. You said it cost about $10,000
About
to get them to escape.
$10,000. Yes. Yeah.
Now we ain't messing it up by talking about them escaping on TV. They ain't gonna come after us, are they?
I would rather talk to you than on here.
They gotta escape. We'll set the captives free
That's
with
right.
the money. How about that? You understand? One of our best friends. What do you think? Is that good news? Do I
That's
have good
awesome
news? Past. Some people remind you. You trying to forget. You trying to fix. You say, she ain't got no problems. That's what everybody thinks about everybody. You look at him, you look at my son, his little pink little thing right there in his jacket. You think, look at him. Right?
Right.
That's what everybody thinks. We know what we did, and we know worse what we thought. And we feel bad about it, and we're trying to fix the way we think. And there's so much to tell you. Screw tape letters tell you about that's one of the strategies of the enemy. There's another one that gets all into that. Outwitting the Devil, which is my son's favorite. Is that still your favorite book? Outwitting the Devil. It's outwitting the devil because he's allowed to put thoughts in your head. And our job is to focus on the future. Our job is to make strategic decisions on our calendar that when we get way past this time, we'll look back and we'll look at what we did. So we're here, we go way into the future, we imagine into the future, which is different than imagining into your past. And we imagine what we need to do to get to where we're imagining we are. And so then in the present, you strategically put it here. And Jeff Bright was all into this, telling me, y'all know who Jeff Bright is. He was the vice president of the greatest college in North Carolina, second to North Carolina State. He's vice president of Alamance Community College, but he's a sociologist. He says what people you get here, then people get stuck in their present, or stuck in high school, or stuck in their negativity, and they don't plan for this occurrence like family reunion. So you go here and you say, in order to get my Ferrari or get my tool for setting people free, and by the way, I want to tell you this, it's Ben, right? It's national championships. What do the players do every time? What do they do every time? They say, I didn't do it for the trophy. I didn't do it. I did it for, and it's something else. A lot of times they do that right there. They get to do that. You with me? I did it for my university. I did it for my mama. They don't do it for the trophy. They don't do it for a dollar bill. They don't do it for the Lamborghini. They don't do it for the Ferrari. What did Brian Beggar say last week? He sat there and talked to us on Wednesday. He said, everybody I know, he did. I can do it just like him. Y'all know how he talks. I'm tired, so I wonder if I should start doing it more like this. That's the way he does it. He got it down. Everybody does it for something bigger than a dollar bill. By the way, y'all wonder if I can copy, right? That's right. Tell me that ain't him. That him? Yeah. So you with me? Everybody does it for something bigger. So you think about here, what you're going to need, then what you need to do. That's when you work out. That's why players practice. Because the greater good is greater than the pain. Mm-hmm. The reason for is greater than the pain and what you got to do. And if you don't think about that, you're not willing to suffer through I had reading a little article on, I always wonder about what people do during their life. Because I read an article this morning about T.D. Jakes. And I know people thinking, you did not. And I'm going like, yes, I did. And he said he wants people to suffer. I want people to suffer. And I was laughing because what he's saying is, I know what he's saying is, if you got to go through the pain, you got to go through the trash, you got to go through the dump, you got to go through the sweat, you got to do the up downs, you got to do the sprints, you got to make the dials, you got to talk to the Riris on their porch, no shows, a lying son of people. We got to deal with all that. So I want you to go through more of that faster. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Suffer faster and then make corrections. Suffer faster, more dials, more appointments. Suffer faster. Like me and TD want you to suffer because it knocked the chips off of you too. You become a smoother person. I love you so much. Your daddy and mom are so proud of you. Oh, wait. How many apps have you picked up in homes? How many?
Ever?
Ever?
Probably around 30 or so.
30 sales. 30 sales. Freshman in college. 30 sales. 30 sales. That's what I'm talking about. 30 sales. 30 sales. It's just 30 sales. Calm down. Did you get referrals?
Getting better at it.
Did you get any referrals?
I did, yes.
Did you get more than one?
Yes.
Did you get more than 10?
Yes.
More than 10 referrals? Did you find any money, like retirement money, anything like that?
Yep.
More than $1?
Yeah.
More than 10,000?
Yeah.
More than 10,000 she's found in money that people got. Did you ask them, could they help us out with our leads and stuff? Or they know anybody, cousin, nephew, niece, uncle, neighbors, children, anybody that could help us?
Yep.
Did you say all that?
I did.
I'm so proud of you. You're setting a great example. Thank you, buddy. Love you. Oh, my gosh. Why do people remind us of our mistakes? They don't want to think about theirs. That's a good strategy right there. Get you thinking about yours. Get you thinking about yours, and then they don't have to think about theirs. So I'm trying to stay off of part of this. Oh my God, look at this. I got so many notes that I want to do. That's dangerous stuff right there. Yes, I don't want to hurt nobody in here. Huh? I could go faster, but I don't want to mess it up. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm trying to not tell you, but you need to know this. See, this is the part where some of you need to tune out because somebody's going to be offended. You know what I mean? He might need a mic for this. He might need a mic for this. Y'all ever heard the term mama's baby, daddy's maybe? Oh, dude. Can you imagine dealing with a relative or one of your best friends that killed himself? Can you imagine dealing with that? Can you imagine being beat when you were a child and being scared to go home? Can you imagine somebody putting you up to be adopted and then nobody didn't want you and you were raised, never adopted? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, and I know can you imagine when your daddy said, you will never be nothing more than a Walmart checkout person? And imagine you thinking, well, at least I ain't being a sweeper or a greeter. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being brought up with your mom and daddy fighting all the time and him telling you how worthless she is and she telling you how worthless he is, and then they look at you one day and say, and you're going to be just like us? Imagine people dealing with that in their past. You with me? The only thing that I know is oh, can you imagine people thinking like this? You were an amoeba. You were a tadpole. You was a crab. You climbed up on a land and became a cricket. Then a rabbit. Then a dog. Then a monkey. You found a razor and you shaved, and now you're a human being. They call that moo to goo by way of the zoo. Moo, moo, moo to you by way of the zoo. Moo to you. From gook to a human being. You are worthless. And listen to this. You know the reason you was born? Accident. Oh, word. How about this? Remember that day we made you? That was an accident. You'd be like, you didn't mean to do it. I mean to do part of it, but not that part. Will you rather be moo to you or just a plain out accident on one hot summer night? Can you imagine that? What if I brought the news to you? What if I brought the news that you was born for a special purpose? And you was born to your Father. The Father that put you here for a reason. Now you got a destiny. Don't let your past roadblock your destiny.
That's right.
You know what I'm telling you? Woo! Let's get ready to get crazy up in here. Oh. I would be remiss I didn't tell you. You know, it's psychology. The way the psychological doing is the past. Your ego takes your past and tells you how to interpret the future. You with me? That's the whole. This is Jeff Goads, psychologist, academic way. So people with big egos, a lot of times hold on to their past. People that are humble and give up. That's why you say, you ever heard give up and let go, give up and let God, give up, what is it? Let go and let God, let go of the past and let God. Let go of the past and let God. You with me? Because let God, when you start moving, things start to happen for you, right? Okay? So people with big egos who think they're kind of perfecter than other people, a lot of times won't let go of how good they do. We got people in our business that are like this. People that make $100,000, and they go, I'm making $100,000, I'm doing pretty good. That's their past. So then they never plan on making $250,000. Does that make sense? You say, what levels does it work? $500,000. Made $500,000 last 3 years. Big ego won't let go of the past. They can't plan to make $1 million. You with me? Big ego keeps it humble. And what's the easiest way to get humble is gratitude, thankful. When you're so appreciative that you didn't get here by yourself, that somebody helped you. If there's one thing I ever don't want to lose is my attitude of gratitude. I know my attitude of gratitude. I've adopted some of Bigger's ways, the way he stands. I don't want to let go of my attitude of gratitude because I don't want to block my future. You keep your gratitude going. You stay thankful for what you got. See you over there. Thankful for what you got. Keeps you humble because you know you didn't deserve it. Which ties back into you know you ain't perfect. Which you say you ain't perfect, you can't have a future. That's good that you know you ain't perfect. You're a genius. It's the ones that don't think they got problems that have got a problem. So that staying gratitude and grateful what I got and what I was given allows me to keep from blocking my destiny. That's right. Is this helping? Did I get anybody? All right, watch this. I want y'all, my boy's home for the summer. Spencer, come up here, buddy. That's my boy. You know to hold it up tight when you talk, right?
Yes.
Woohoo! I want to tell y'all about something. Woo! One time, when we were shark fishing, something happened. I was holding Spencer in my lap. Like, can you think you can hold me? You can? So I'm going to be Spencer. So, here's the way it went down. You ready? Come on, let's a little bit. So I'm sitting here. So I'm sitting here. Let me be clear. I'm not going to do that to him. But I want to show you. How big a boy are you? Y'all stand up. Y'all three stand up. You the biggest one. How you doing?
I'm good. You?
Good gosh. What's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon. Brandon what?
Bill.
Brandon Bill. Does it make any sense what I'm telling you?
Makes perfect sense.
I don't want to embarrass you or hurt you or anything. Hurt you is the last thing I want to do. How you going to hurt him? I don't like to upset people. I don't like to do it. You think you can hold him?
Yeah, I can hold it.
Will you help me demonstrate?
Gotcha.
Sure enough. Where are you from?
St. Louis.
Hey, listen, I'll tell y'all something. Miles, come up here too real quick. It says, tell them who you are.
Miles Franks.
Now, do you live in St. Louis now?
No, I live in Corona, California.
Corona, California. Can you hear his mic? I think you need to put it tight. All right. And you in Corona?
Actually in Fontana.
Fontana. I wonder if Tony Fontana is named after that. Y'all know Tony Fontana. You're going to meet this guy. He is. Y'all don't like him. He's crazy. Y'all going to relate to him a lot. So how far is that away to meet you?
20 minutes?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Now, y'all have, listen to this. Let me tell you this. You hired Brandon? Is that the way it goes
Yes,
down?
sir.
Get this, guys. In the first week, Miles starts hiring his buddies. He's put in people in width and depth that he's got key leader structure the first week. And a lot of his buddies and friends are licensed through one company or another that ain't supplied them with support, leads, encouragement, ain't told them how to get rid of the past, ain't told them about the Rob report. What is wrong with them? I didn't bring my... Ask Amber, can you bring my Rob report down here from the... You got the new one, the newest one? The one that feels good on the outside? Did you notice that? That thing's crazy.
It does feel good.
I know. He's got the newest Rob report. Look at here. I want to show my marketing guy something. You didn't tear the page out. Well, it's got my Lambo in there, did it? Oh, here we go. You see that? Listen, that's not the Huracan. That's just was the first edition. It's what most people start out with. This jumped right to the Aventador. Descended from legend. Primed to reap its inheritance. That sounds like y'all. The Lamborghini Aventador ascends to its rightful seat. Lord, upon the throne with a powerful V12, 740 untamable horses. What I want to tell, I ain't going to tear yours out, but I want Chris Revis, when we had Lamborghini, I want stuff like that around it. Man, that's crazy talk. Excellence, the best of the best has arrived. Y'all hadn't got this. You need to get you a, every one of them have these right here. Order you a subscription to that thing right there, or get one of these guys to pay for it, something like that. You never know who. Get it, go pay forward. Okay, get you hold of that right there. You with me? His friends already like he's got key leader structure. He hires Brandon. He starts copying him. Now, who you hired by?
Ed Soto.
Ed Soto. Ed Soto. I was with Ed last 2 days. He's there. I'm with him 3 days. Ed Soto, stand up, buddy. Woo! Easy, easy, easy. All right. I gotta go. We gotta go. This has got to be quick. Key leader structure. First week. Tell them why, real fast. How you called him. Why you called him.
I was listening to Andy's call on a Sunday. He was telling the stories about Justin Balick and this new sharp guy, Carson.
Carson.
And,
Carson, right here.
how he hired his aunt.
Come here, Carson.
And
So
then,
I was telling him how he hired his aunt, Mary Ann, who's right back there. Okay, somehow I'm slowing you down.
okay, and then he was telling the story that he hired this guy named Malcolm, right?
He hired his friend Malcolm.
Malcolm knew Brian Marshall.
There's Brian Marshall right there.
He played basketball against him. And then
Ain't
I
it
think,
crazy how everybody's here that are involved in stuff?
and then I think the
So
next
you
day.
heard those stories?
Yes, sir. And then the next day I called Brian Marshall. I said, how did it feel? He said, man, it woke me up. I started calling through my list. So what I did, I started calling through my list again. I was like, I don't want that feeling. I don't want nobody that I know get hired by somebody in here. Nope.
MC backup, baby.
So I was calling my list, and Kelsey was on my list. That's Miles' wife. And I was like, man, I got the wrong phone number. So I Facebooked her and got her information.
He used the devil.
For good.
And he didn't even know it good was going to come out of it.
Yes. And then we got
If anything's ever bad happened in your past, use it to make something. Oh, I guarantee you that made him mad. So that's how you did it.
Yep, and we talked and got him to the hospital. And
So
Jason,
you Facebook messaged her because you didn't have her number. It sent her your cell, and he called you.
yes, sir.
Grab a seat. That's a great story. Don't let it happen to you. Carson, real quick. Carson's dad told me about him, how sharp he was. He said, I sure wish he wants to be an entrepreneur. I wish he'd do something that he could be a franchise. I was like, referral is what he was, referral. Somebody trusted me to call him up. And then we rode him around on a plane this last 2 days. How crazy was it?
Amazing. Fantastic.
So tell him your name. And
My name's Karsten Olson. I'm from Tacoma, Washington, hailing out of Nashville now.
Nashville, Tennessee. So flew him in here and got him on a plane. How crazy was the plane, man?
It's unreal. Unreal. It was a
You ever
fun
done
time.
anything like that before?
No, sir.
Walking out on tarmac,
No, sir.
carpet rolled out for you.
No, sir.
Ready to do it again?
Yes, sir.
Hey, watch this. All right, you ain't scared.
At all.
Step over this way right here. I want you to jump up on there. You scared? You okay with? I didn't even ask him. Jump. Jump up in there. Okay. Okay, come here. Come here. Come back over this way. Now, here's the way it goes down. Here's the way it goes down. Here's the way it goes down. I got my son, and we on a boat, and he's seasick. We shark fishing. He's seasick. We shark fishing. He's in my lap. There's nobody with a weaker stomach in the world. There's nobody who showers as often as I do and brushes my teeth, except maybe Stephen Davies. Stephen, my boy leaned up and leaned back, and looked at me, and that's when he went projectile. Blue, just blue, just hit me in the chest. Went all down. Now, you ask my wife, she would assure you that she would know I threw him over. I threw up and started crying. That's what she would take, because that's what I want to do. But let me tell you something. You can let him down. It's my boy. It's my boy. And your father up there don't care what you do. You with me? He's my boy. So I wiped off his face first, and laid him down. I got the hose pipe, and I remembered one time when I cleaned his I wasn't big on cleaning diapers, And I remember how I did it. I did the same way. I went and got a hose pipe. I just sprayed him down, and I sprayed my down. You remember that, don't you?
I remember throwing up.
You remember throwing up?
Yeah.
Because this is my boy. Your father, God, is my father. Jesus died for me. You with me? You say, I don't believe all that. Well, then just forget your past. Let's build a future. I'd like to believe all that. Come down to family reunion. I believe what you're saying, and I want to party with you. We want to have a good time. I want to build a future. And I think like you. I want to think like you. I'm leaning toward thinking like you. Come on down to our family reunion. Okay? Let me show you. What do y'all think? Take a look at those magazines right here. Let me show y'all something. Let me get to you. All right, hold on this mic. Hold on this mic. Here's what we're getting ready to do. Hand me a couple of those books. Y'all, matter of fact, each one of y'all grab a book and grab this. Okay? Here's what we're going to do with it. Here's a special thing we're going to do with these. Brand new people. What we want to do is get our people started like this. This book is $24.95. Okay? You give one to every person. I invest hundreds, don't I? Yes. Don't I? Thousands. But you know why? Because I want to help a person. You go, Andy, you're a mathematical wizard. And you know that if you spend $3,000 or $4,000 on a person and they start making you $1,000 a week, you're making $52,000 a year for the $3,000 or $4,000 you put in a person. You go, you're a mathematical wizard. And I go, no, I don't. I'm doing it because I'm trying to help a person because I want to see them win. Argue with me about it. What I want to do is every single person to purchase a book and a magazine. It's $4.95 and it's $25. So you got $30 in a brand new person. Does that make sense? They see the price, they see you're generous, and I want you to flip down this page right here. Dr. J.L. Williams, it's on page 13. This is not just a book about how to succeed in business, it's how to succeed in life. And I want you to tell them to read that. I want everybody folding down that corner for them, so I want you to read that one page. Dr. J.L. Williams died helping our company, died talking junk to us, died laughing with us. He died serving people all over the world. Nepal, India, Africa, he's everywhere. He was in inner cities, he was everywhere. Matter of fact, we're going to put together 108,000 food packages Thursday night, July 27th, in honor of him. His son took over the ministry, and we're doing it in honor of him, this guy's son. We're going to do that Thursday the 27th. You with me? Y'all are all invited, but you need to sign up when you register to the event, and then Forrester's is going to pay for all the food. That's your daddy, your real daddy, going to pay for the meals. You with me? And we going to pack it, and we're going to do it in honor of JL. Is this making sense? I want you to give them that, and I'm going to tell them that story real quick. You with me? Real quick. Tell them to read the whole book. And I'm going to give that to you, just like that right there. That's precious. And then we're going to tell them to download the Alliance Media app. And we show them how to do that. We'll have posters on the wall and say, just search that and download that. And if they're young, they can search it. If they're old, you might want to do it on their phone for them. You know what I'm saying? So let me put that on your phone for you. You with me? Mm-hmm. All right, now, the only problem I know of it is that people go like, I'm hiring 4 people a week. That's $120. So I ordered 10,000 books. Case of these books, 72 of them. Can you pick up a case of that, Carson? Case of these books. You order. I've got 100. I had 138. I announced this in Detroit, and about 5 or 6 were committed. So that took us down to 133. New Jersey, way to go, Mike. Like 27 of these went. I briefly announced it, so I didn't have the books, and we had about 20 on last week's show, 19. Now we got less than 100 of these. I'm going to do this. If you do the math, $24.95, you multiply that times 72, you're up in the 1,700 range. And then you do $5 a piece, that's another $50. Now we're in the 2,000 range. And if we ship it to you, that's going to be $50 at least, depending on where you are. So we're almost at $2,000. Actually, I didn't do the math. I think it might be over $2,000. I ordered 10,000 because I order in bulk. I want you to copy me, and we'll do the whole thing for $500. So now you're giving them out, and you got $6 or $7. I don't know. Do the math. $7 or $8, $6 in it. And whereas I'm spending hundreds of now don't get me wrong, I want you to give them CDs, I want you to give them a ride, I want you to take them on ride-alongs, I want more people successful. I'm tired of having one person fail in this company. Does that make sense? So in California, we're going to load y'all up because I want people to succeed in this business, to set them free so they know their future is brighter than their past and they can help one more person. Y'all in?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what I'm telling you is, when this deal's gone, this deal is gone. We can't print more and get them there. So there are people that are leaving here with them that drove down. Get them. You can take them. You can come get them if you want to pay for shipping. Now, Detroit and New Jersey, I told y'all I ship them for free. So I still, if you're in that Detroit or that area, sometimes I get emotional and make a decision that I regret later.
Wait till you're in a good mood.
Huh?
Wait till you're in a good mood to make the decision.
I am in a great mood right now. That's my problem. I'm getting. You know, when I get a great mood, All right. Until 5 o'clock today. That's what I'll do. I'll limit it. Today, if she gets a credit card today, I'll pay for shipping. I don't want to do because that's less than 5. Because now, in other words, you see what I'm saying? But it's before 5 o'clock. I'll do it. Other than that, you come pick it up and be free shipping. If it's after 5 o'clock, we're going to charge you shipping, whatever it is. So if you ain't far, it might be $25. If you're in California, it might be $100. You do it before 5 o'clock, and it's really $100. I'll do it we'll pay for the shipping. So it'll just be a straight $500. You get 72 books in the magazine. Does that make sense? You know what? Because I want to help, but I need for you to buy in bulk too. I can't onesie-twosie and cut you the deal when I'm buying 10,000 and risking that. Does that make sense? So 138 cases, down to below 100, they're gone. Forget your past. Let's go into the future of blazing. Let's rip heads off. I can't wait. Love y'all. Got to go. We're in overtime.